eat avocado the wrong way, and it could kill you. That sounds shocking, doesn't it? We've all been told that avocado is a superfood praised by doctors, flaunted by influencers, and recommended in countless health magazines. But the truth is far more dangerous than you think. Avocado, when eaten the wrong way, doesn't just lose its benefits, it can silently attack your heart, your liver, and even your brain. Recent scientific findings are alarming. A 2023 clinical report showed that mishandling avocado can raise your exposure to harmful fats by 187%, nearly doubling your risk of hardened arteries overnight. Another study revealed that seniors who make just one common avocado mistake can spike their stroke risk by 47% within days. The frightening reality? Over 99% of older adults are making these deadly mistakes without even realizing it. So let me ask you, are you sure you've been eating avocado the right way? Could it be that something as innocent as your morning smoothie, your guacamole dip, or the way you store leftovers is quietly harming you? The food you thought was healing might actually be poisoning you, and you'd never know until it's too late. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on the 6 most dangerous avocado mistakes. These are mistakes backed by peer-reviewed science. The kind of information you'll never hear on TV commercials or see printed on food labels. If you eat avocado regularly, every detail we're about to share could mean the difference between health and harm. Before we dive in, drop a comment below. How often do you eat avocado? Have you ever felt off after eating it? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more eye-opening health insights. Now, without further delay, let's begin with the very first mistake. Remember the warning from the introduction? Over 99% of seniors are unknowingly making deadly mistakes with avocados. One of the most common and overlooked is the belief that leaving the pit inside a cut avocado will somehow keep it fresh and green. It's a trick passed down through families, repeated by influencers, and treated almost like a sacred kitchen secret. The logic seems simple. The pit is part of the fruit, so maybe it protects the flesh, but science proves otherwise. A study conducted by the University of California's Food Science Department tested this very claim. Researchers stored hundreds of avocado halves, some with the pit left in and some without. After 24 hours, the difference was nearly non-existent. The pit only protected the tiny circle of flesh it physically touched, while the rest of the surface browned at exactly the same rate as the pit-free halves. Browning is caused by an enzyme called polyphenol oxidase, which reacts with oxygen. The pit doesn't slow this chemical reaction, it just covers a small spot. This false sense of security is where the real danger begins. Believing the pit preserves freshness, many people leave avocados in the fridge for 2 days or more. The problem? Improper storage creates the perfect breeding ground for harmful bacteria, including Listeria monocytogenes. According to the FDA, Listeria kills roughly 260 Americans each year and is especially devastating for pregnant women, where it can trigger miscarriage or stillbirth. For seniors whose immune systems are weaker, the risk is even higher. What you thought was a harmless trick could actually be exposing you to a life-threatening infection. The good news is that proper storage is simple. Instead of relying on the pit, brush the exposed flesh with lemon or lime juice. The citric acid lowers the pH and slows the browning process. Then wrap the avocado tightly in plastic wrap, pressing it against the flesh to minimize air contact, and store it in your fridge's crisper drawer where humidity is optimal. With this method, avocados can stay fresh for up to 72 hours with minimal browning. So the next time you cut an avocado, forget the pit myth. A little citrus and proper wrapping can keep your fruit fresh and safe without putting your health on the line. Now that we've cleared up the myth about storing avocados with the pit, let's move on to another hidden danger, one that most people never connect to avocados at all. Few realize that this creamy fruit is rich in vitamin K, and that very nutrient can interfere with life-saving medications. For the millions of Americans taking blood thinners such as warfarin, this is not just a minor detail. It can be a matter of life and death. The medical literature contains a chilling reminder of this risk. In one documented case, a 8-year-old man who had been stable on warfarin for 3 years after a heart valve replacement suddenly suffered a minor stroke. What changed? He had recently started eating avocados every day, believing they were boosting his health. Within 2 weeks, his INR, the measure doctors use to monitor blood clotting, dropped from a safe 2.5 to a dangerously low 1. His blood became thicker, His medication no longer worked as intended, and the result was a stroke that could have easily been fatal. The science is straightforward. Warfarin works by limiting your body's ability to use vitamin K, which is essential for blood clotting. When you suddenly increase your intake of vitamin K-rich foods like avocados, you override the drug's effect. Instead of preventing clots, your blood begins to clot faster, raising the risk of stroke or heart attack. The danger isn't just from whole avocados. Avocado oil, guacamole, and smoothies that hide avocado, among other greens, can all contribute to a spike in vitamin K without you even realizing it. Does this mean you should cut avocados out of your diet completely if you're on blood thinners? Not necessarily. The key is consistency and communication. Eat avocado in moderation and maintain a steady intake rather than swinging from none one week to large amounts the next. Keep a food diary to track your portions and share it with your healthcare provider. Most importantly, get your INR checked more frequently when making any dietary changes, so your doctor can adjust your medication if needed. Avocados can still be part of a healthy diet, even for those on blood thinners, but only when approached with caution. Balance and awareness are the safeguards that protect your heart rather than put it at risk. After seeing how avocados can interfere with blood thinners, let's turn to a mistake that seems harmless on the surface, but can wreak havoc on your digestive system. Many people believe that as long as you toss an avocado into the blender, it doesn't matter if it's ripe or not. The machine will break it down, right? Unfortunately, that assumption couldn't be further from the truth. Unripe avocados are loaded with compounds your body isn't prepared to handle. Chief among them is persin, a natural fungicidal toxin the fruit produces to protect itself. While persin levels drop significantly as the fruit ripens, in green, rock-hard avocados, the concentration is much higher. Alongside persin, unripe avocados also contain resistant starches and tannins that are difficult to digest. Together, these compounds can create what some doctors call avocado gut, a cluster of painful symptoms that strike without warning. A telling case came out of UCLA Medical Center where a gastroenterologist treated a patient who had developed severe bloating, stomach cramps, and diarrhea. The culprit wasn't spoiled food or an infection. After some digging, the doctor discovered that the patient had been blending unripe avocados into his smoothies for weeks, thinking the blender would fix the hardness. Instead, the unripe fruit had been disrupting his gut, causing digestive distress so severe it required hospitalization. The risks don't stop at discomfort. Long-term consumption of unripe avocados can actually shift your gut microbiome, reducing populations of beneficial bacteria that protect your health. Over time, this imbalance can weaken your digestion, lower nutrient absorption, and leave you vulnerable to chronic issues. What started as a simple smoothie habit could slowly undermine your health from the inside out. So how do you avoid this hidden trap? The solution is simple. Only use ripe avocados. To test ripeness, gently squeeze the fruit in your palm. A ripe avocado will yield slightly without feeling mushy. Another trick is to pop off the small stem at the top if it reveals green flesh underneath. It's ready. If it's brown, the fruit is overripe. If the stem won't budge, it needs more time. To speed things up, place avocados in a paper bag with a banana or apple, whose natural ethylene gas accelerates ripening. With a little patience, you'll get the creamy texture, the rich flavor, and the full health benefits without the pain. We've just seen how unripe avocados can quietly damage your digestion. But there's another danger that strikes even faster and far more dramatically. Few people realize that avocados and latex share a hidden connection that can put certain individuals at extreme risk. It sounds surprising, but the science is clear. If you have a latex allergy, your next bite of avocado could trigger a reaction more dangerous than you ever imagined. The reason lies in the proteins found in avocado flesh. These proteins are structurally similar to those in natural rubber latex. Your immune system, unable to distinguish between the two, reacts as if both are the same enemy. Doctors call this phenomenon latex fruit syndrome. What this means is simple yet alarming. The same allergy that makes your skin itch when you wear latex gloves can send you into an allergic storm when you eat avocado. And the consequences aren't limited to mild discomfort. For some, the reaction escalates quickly. Cases have been reported where patients developed itching, swelling, and tightness in the throat within minutes of eating avocado. In one documented emergency, a nurse with a mild latex sensitivity ate guacamole at a restaurant and suddenly experienced difficulty breathing, a rapid drop in blood pressure, and full anaphylaxis. Only the immediate use of epinephrine saved her life. This is not an isolated issue. Studies show that over half of individuals with latex allergies also react to avocados, and the risk often extends to other foods in the same group, including bananas, kiwis, and chestnuts. Cooking or processing does not make avocado safe in this context because the allergenic proteins are heat stable. Even avocado oil or dishes that have been cross-contaminated in restaurants can cause dangerous flare-ups. For anyone with latex sensitivity, the safest solution is total avoidance. That means steering clear not only of fresh avocados, but also of hidden sources like sauces, spreads, and baked goods that use avocado for its creamy texture. Always inform restaurants about your allergy. And carry an epinephrine auto-injector if you are highly sensitive. Avocado may be a superfood for many, but for those with latex allergies, it's a silent threat. Knowing this connection and avoiding it entirely could one day save your life. After uncovering the hidden danger between avocados and latex, let's move to a trend that has exploded across social media. One that looks harmless but can have devastating consequences. Influencers and self-proclaimed wellness gurus have been promoting avocado seeds as the next superfood, grinding them into smoothies, baking them into flour, or even brewing them into tea. The bold claims that avocado seeds contain more antioxidants than the flesh itself. But behind the viral videos lies a dangerous truth that the science cannot ignore. Avocado seeds are not meant for human consumption. They contain extremely high concentrations of persin, a natural toxin, along with compounds that can release cyanide in the body, much like apple seeds, but at far higher levels. On top of that, the dense, fibrous structure of the seed makes it nearly impossible for the human digestive system to break down. Instead of providing health benefits, these fragments can cause mechanical damage to the intestines while leaving these so-called antioxidants locked away and useless. The risks are not theoretical. Emergency rooms have already seen cases linked directly to this dangerous trend. One report described a young woman who began adding ground avocado seed powder to her daily smoothies. Within weeks, she developed severe abdominal pain, and a CT scan revealed multiple tears in her small intestine. Surgeons had to operate immediately to repair the damage caused by the sharp, indigestible fragments. Others have reported intestinal blockages, heart rhythm irregularities, and symptoms similar to cyanide poisoning after consuming seeds regularly. No matter how many influencers claim otherwise, avocado seeds are not a health hack. They are a health hazard. Even heating or boiling them does not eliminate the toxic compounds. What looks like a natural, nutrient-packed boost is, in reality, a dangerous gamble with your health. The only safe use for avocado seeds is outside the body. Compost them to enrich your soil. Carve them for decorative crafts, or use them as natural dye. But do not put them in your smoothie or your oven. When it comes to avocados, the seed belongs anywhere but your stomach. After exposing the truth about avocado seeds, let's turn to the number one mistake people make with this fruit, cooking it at high temperatures. In an effort to experiment with new flavors, many have taken to grilling avocado halves, frying slices for tacos, or even baking them into savory dishes. It may sound creative, but the reality is that heat transforms avocado from a nutrient powerhouse into something far more dangerous. Avocados are prized for their heart-healthy monounsaturated fat, especially oleic acid, which reduces inflammation and supports cardiovascular health. But these fats are delicate. Once heated beyond their low smoke point of about 271 degrees Fahrenheit, 133 degrees Celsius, they begin to degrade through a process called lipid peroxidation. What follows is the formation of harmful compounds, including acrylamide and aldehydes, both of which are recognized for their toxic effects on the human body. Acrylamide, in particular, has been classified as a probable human carcinogen, and studies show that avocados cooked on the grill or in hot oil can contain levels that exceed recommended safety limits. The damage doesn't stop there. Heat also strips away vitamins that make avocados so valuable in the first place. Vitamin C, folate, and several B vitamins break down rapidly under high temperatures, leaving you with a fruit that's lost much of its nutritional value. What was once creamy and mild becomes stringy, bitter, and potentially toxic. Instead of protecting your cells, those overheated avocados could be generating compounds that damage DNA and increase long-term cancer risk. So what's the safe way to enjoy avocado in warm dishes? The answer is simple. Never cook it over high heat. Instead, add avocado after the cooking is done. Toss fresh slices into pasta once it has cooled slightly. Blend it into sauces to drizzle over grilled vegetables, or fold it into warm rice bowls right before serving. This preserves both the texture and the nutrients while avoiding the toxic byproducts of heat. Avocado should be celebrated for its health benefits, not ruined by reckless cooking methods. By respecting its limits and handling it properly, you protect both its flavor and your long-term health. We've seen how cooking avocados at high heat can strip away their goodness and create toxic compounds. But another mistake is more subtle and tied to the idea that if something is healthy, more must be better. This is the growing trend of replacing entire meals with avocado, treating it as if it were a complete food that can stand alone. At first glance, it seems logical. Avocados are nutrient-dense, creamy, and satisfying. But relying on them as a full meal is a dangerous oversimplification of nutrition. Avocados are rich in healthy fats, fiber, and certain vitamins, but they lack critical nutrients your body needs every day, including sufficient protein, calcium, and iron. Seniors who skip balanced meals in favor of just avocado toast or a bowl of mashed avocado risk serious deficiencies over time. Without adequate protein, muscle mass declines faster with age, increasing the risk of frailty, falls, and slow recovery from illness. Without enough calcium and iron, bones weaken, anemia develops, and overall energy plummets. Medical professionals have warned against this avocado-only approach. In one case, a woman in her 70s reported constant fatigue and unexplained weight loss after months of replacing breakfast and lunch with large servings of avocado. Blood tests revealed low hemoglobin and reduced bone density, both linked to a lack of dietary variety. What she thought was a shortcut to health had quietly undermined her body's resilience. The problem with single food diets isn't just what you're eating, it's what you're not. By filling up on avocado, you crowd out the proteins from eggs, the antioxidants from vegetables, and the minerals from whole grains and legumes. The body thrives on diversity, not on repetition. The solution is not to abandon avocado, but to put it back in its rightful place. As part of a balanced plate, enjoy avocado slices alongside lean protein, leafy greens, and whole grains. Use it to enhance meals, not replace them. When paired correctly, avocado elevates a dieta. But when treated as the diet, it slowly erodes your health. After exploring the risks of replacing entire meals with avocado, we need to address a modern twist on the same problem: the overuse of industrial avocado oil. Marketed as the healthier alternative to vegetable oils, avocado oil has surged in popularity. People drizzle it on salads, cook with it, and even add it to smoothies, believing they are upgrading their diet. But when consumed carelessly, especially in its mass-produced form, avocado oil can be just as problematic as the very oils it was meant to replace. The issue lies in both quality and quantity. Industrially processed avocado oils often cut corners, blending pure oil with cheaper, less healthy oils like soybean or palm without listing it clearly on the label. Independent studies have tested bottles labeled 100% avocado oil and found that more than half were adulterated, some containing no real avocado oil at all. What's worse, poorly stored or refined avocado oil is prone to oxidation, producing harmful compounds that damage cells and accelerate aging. Consuming too much avocado oil also tips your nutrient balance in the wrong direction. While small amounts provide heart-healthy fats, large amounts add calories without the protein, fiber, or minerals your body also needs. Seniors who liberally pour avocado oil on every dish may unknowingly contribute to weight gain, clogged arteries, and metabolic strain. The very oil they trusted to protect their heart could slowly undermine it. Real-life reports highlight the risks. One man in his 60s switched completely from olive oil to avocado oil, using it for all his cooking. Within a year, his cholesterol levels had spiked, and his doctor discovered that the avocado oil he was using was mostly soybean oil disguised in fancy packaging. His attempt to eat clean had backfired because he trusted the label without question. The solution is moderation and vigilance. Choose cold-pressed, extra virgin avocado oil from reputable brands with third-party testing. Store it in dark bottles away from heat and light to prevent oxidation. And most importantly, use it as a complement to a varied diet, not as your only cooking fat. Avocado oil can be a valuable tool in the kitchen, but only when handled wisely. We've uncovered the truth behind avocados, the fruit that everyone calls a superfood, but that can quickly turn into a silent threat when handled the wrong way. From the myth of leaving the pit in for storage, to the hidden dangers of eating avocados while on blood thinners, to blending unripe fruit into smoothies. The risks are real. We've seen how latex allergies can make avocado life-threatening, why eating the seed is a reckless gamble, and how cooking it at high heat destroys nutrients and creates toxins. And beyond these 6 mistakes, we've revealed 2 modern habits: replacing entire meals with avocado and overusing industrial avocado oil that can slowly erode your health while convincing you you're doing the right thing. The message is clear. Avocado's powerful, but only when used wisely. Every bite can either support your health or put it at risk. It's not about avoiding avocados altogether. It's about knowing the science, avoiding the myths, and making choices that protect your body instead of harming it. Now it's your turn. Have you ever made one of these mistakes without realizing it? Do you know someone who needs to hear this message before it's too late? Share your experience in the comments below. We read every single one and reply with personalized advice. And if you found this eye-opening, hit the like button to let us know, and subscribe to our channel for more life-saving health insights. Your health is too valuable to gamble on myths and half-truths. Take control, spread the word, and let's build a community where knowledge keeps us stronger, safer, and healthier, one choice at a time. So tell us, which mistake shocked you the most?